Hello everybody! Okay, so if you're watching this, you have obviously come across the vegan diet, the vegan lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, and you're curious and you might be wanting to try it. I'm here not to force anybody to be vegan. These are purely my own beliefs as to why it is better to be vegan, and that is why I am vegan. But obviously I'm not forcing everybody to go vegan, just like I expect non-vegan people not to force me not to be vegan, which actually sometimes happens, which is very, very annoying, and I think that's very unfair. This is purely for encouragement and maybe ideas and motivation for you to try this new lifestyle. I'm not gonna say that it's a better lifestyle or anything like that, because obviously everybody's different and that is my belief. As I said before, these are purely my ideas and I don't want to force them upon anybody, because I think that everybody has to come to this conclusion on their own, and there's no point in me forcing anybody because that's just not right. And if I force somebody to do it, they're probably gonna do it and then quit, and what's the good in that anyway? So anyway, let's get into it. First point is that it's obviously for the good of the animals. That was why I went vegan first, when I educated myself on what actually goes on in slaughterhouses and how all of this production affects us and the world. So that is why I went vegan, for the good of the animals, for moral reasons. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy the taste of meat products, but there are so many replacements, and that is not a problem even for myself. And if it wasn't a problem for me, I'm a huge foodie. If it wasn't a problem for me, it is not a problem for anybody, but I'll get to that later. So obviously good for the animals, and it is also good for the world, for the environment. A lot of the land is used for this animal production, as in these animals grow on this land, and just because there's a lot of land does not mean that there are cows freely walking on lawns and stuff like that. No. There's actually just a lot of them packed into a small area. A lot of land is used for meat production and not used for actually growing grains and what we can feed humans with. And we actually have enough food in the world to feed everybody on it, but a lot of this food is going towards the animals that we then eat, and that not everybody has access to. So that is how world hunger came about. So yeah, just by looking at that little thing, you would be helping the world if you became vegan. Obviously it contributes to the greenhouse effect, and it contributes to water pollution. Now, I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but I've done my reading, I've done my research, and I encourage you to do your own, because I wouldn't trust anybody like myself talking about a subject like that, because I think it's very serious. So I would go do my own reading, and I encourage you to do your reading. Literally go on Google and type in how veganism helps the environment. There's going to be loads of stuff for you to read, and there's nothing against it even, because their veganism isn't bad for the environment. Moving on. So we've talked about how good it is morally, how good it is for our planet, and now let's move on to the health aspect of it. Now again, I would like to say that I am no dietitian, but I've done my reading, I've educated myself on this topic as well, and there are loads of doctors who are vegan too, and who know that dairy products aren't good for us. We as humans, we don't even have the enzyme to break down lactose, and that is an enzyme found in milk. It's just common sense, really. Like, if we naturally don't have the enzyme to break down a certain food, we obviously weren't meant to be drinking it or eating it. Yeah. So there's a lot of facts like that, and again, I encourage you to just go on the amazing Google that is obviously available for your use because you're watching this video. So just do the research, and obviously check out a lot of a lot of people talk about this, so I suggest you watch 101 Reasons to Become Vegan. That is a great speech. Then just do your reading and just educate yourself, and it'll become just so clear. So yeah, do that. It's good. So now going back to what I mentioned in the start about being a foodie, I am the biggest foodie. I am literally obsessed with food. I've worked as a cook. Pretty much all the jobs that I've had have something to do with food, always. I bake, always, for friends, for family. I've always done the dinner at home. Now I don't live with my family because I'm in university, but I did before. Anyways, I'm a big foodie, and let me tell you, when you become vegan, you do not have to cut out anything out of your life. Like, there's a vegan substitute for anything you want. Ice cream? Go for it. Candy? Yes, sure. And just like burgers, nachos, pizza. It's just like, there's all the options you want, like cookies, donuts. Everything is possible to eat when vegan. If you're worried that you'll be munching on carrots every single day and feeling hungry, trust me, that is not the case. In fact, I feel so much better. Even if I eat vegan junk food, I feel so much better than if I went to McDonald's or something. So I just recommend it. At least try it, you know? Like, there's no harm in trying at least this lifestyle. And, you know, if it doesn't go with you, think of changes you can make. Like, ask questions. There are so many vegan YouTubers. There's so many vegan blogs. Like, you can ask for help. You can go to the doctors, ask what you're missing, see which nutrients you might not be eating just because you're new to it. That's fine. We all make mistakes. We're human. I made mistakes for sure. And I was a vegan and then I stopped. And now I'm a vegan again, but that's a whole different topic as well. See, we all make mistakes, and that was caused due to the fact that I just didn't educate myself enough, and I was eating the wrong things. Like, just like on a non-vegan diet, people are sick sometimes because all they eat is junk food. The same goes to a vegan diet. I mean, if you are eating the wrong things, you're going to be sick, or something's not gonna go the way you want it to, because you're just doing something wrong. But that can happen on any diet. I just don't want people to think that that is just a vegan thing. Like, I have a lot of friends also saying, oh, but I don't like vegan this and this and this, but I'm like, that can happen on a non-vegan diet too. On a non-vegan diet, you might not like certain things too. You just don't eat them and eat something else. Okay? Okay. So, just to recap, I hope that this video kind of helped you get ideas and get motivated to do your reading and just educate yourself, like, overall on how it's morally good, how it's good for our environment, how it's good for your health, and how many options there are. I've just started all this, but I will definitely be talking about all these things in the future. So if you're interested, please subscribe and leave comments and all that good jazz.